All right.
Yeah, Star's just gonna finish up his match, but he should be up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you guys to know, this clan battle season is still back to the 7v7 format. It's going to have still the one battleship, any amount of cruisers and destroyers you want to bring, 7v7, no carriers. Once again, this clan battle season seems like it's going to be like that. Next season, I have no clue of what it's going to be. Yes, yes, Spartius, boo. Now, the one big thing that we're going to also receive is a possible emergence, depending on how the format of the next patch comes or the patch after that, where you get to have two teams for clans. Now, this has not been fully confirmed yet when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen this season. They never dictated it, but they said they're trying to make it happen, where you can have two teams per clan, and what happens is one team will not affect another team's rating. So let's say you have Team A that gets into Typhoon, and Team B is in Storm. Well, Team B is gonna stay in Storm, but the clan is gonna show that it's in Typhoon because of Team A, or vice versa. If Team B is in Typhoon and Team A is in Storm, well, guess what? Team B, it's gonna show that it's in basically it's gonna show it's in Typhoon, and Team A is gonna be in Storm, but it's only going to show Team B's rating. So
So
that's
it's gonna take the higher team's rating and show that.
exactly, it's going to show that I'm for the clan itself. So if this happens, we will be integrating people into 5D1, especially those who want to get extremely competitive. And you'll start in the Team B team. We will help you. We will train you with us.
User joined your
I find
channel.
it would be much better for you all. And what happens is afterwards, you eventually, when we find you are either set or ready to go, you'll start joining us in the A team and trying to get your Stalingrad flag. Or we might give you a shot right away to get the Stalingrad. It depends on how all members feel, because I'm not a dictator. I speak to all members in the main team and they tell me yes or no if they think that somebody is ready to be with us yet. So I'm not a dictator, as I said. I make judgment calls based on what everybody says. Um, or yeah, better if B team gets the Typhoon and earns their flag too. Yeah, if the B team even gets the Typhoon and earns their flag, I give you congrats for that as well. Another thing is that if this also happens, I will be able to merge more clans together. Noticing the fact that not many people have been on recently, I'm pretty sure a lot more people are going to come back during the clan battle season, which is to be seen. If that doesn't happen and there's a lot of people not coming back, we will be merging clans again. So pretty much I'm going to tell you this, all officers prepare yourselves to start moving people immediately.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right? Prepare to get people into your clans, prepare to have people come into your clans, because if I start seeing that people are complaining, hey, I'm not in a clan, very good, I want to send them to that guy or whichever clan is available that's moving clans at the moment. Whether they like it or not, they have to sort of deal with it. We're gonna try to match people who sort of work with each other better. I'm gonna do my best to. I cannot guarantee everything's gonna be perfect. As in terms of clan battles times, we're gonna have. My decision was to have at least 5 officers per clan. I need at least two. Um, I at least need two, basically vice admirals in each clan. And then after that, I'm gonna need another. I'm gonna need another 5 recruiters, so that way people can actually go and play without having to, especially for the social clans, without having to always, look for people. In simple terms, look for the officers. If the officers aren't on, then they can't play. If you're a recruiter, you can play. That's in-game recruiter, by the way. So that's what I'm looking to do. So take 5 trustworthy people, and officers, please try to find 5 trustworthy people that you could promote to becoming a recruiter in your clan. Okay? Is everybody good with that?
Yep.
Yep.
Another thing is that uh, as we all know, the U.S. cruisers are coming out. Uh, 5D1 is especially going to be doing some experimenting with the new Worcester, as you Americans like to call it, or
Worcestershire.
Freedom Dispenser. because it shoots a lot of freedom. So
America.
yeah, America for sure. So also another thing is that's coming out are special modules. These special modules that are coming out, you will be earning on these ships. You will have to, if you want to play these ships, I really recommend playing a single ship that you can get really good at to get these upgrades. Supposedly they're going to be earnable. This is not clarified 110%, but if it is earnable, you will have to get them as quick as possible. Literally as quick as possible. Because these upgrades help your ship in general. Most of the time, they help your ship in clan battles. Like especially the boosters,
Now, Hindenburg,
Zal,
the
Hindenburg.
Jap line, the
Yamato.
Worcester, and the Hindi for probably randoms.
Hindi, I'm not too sure about. That's going to be doing some experimenting on. I still recommend getting it, but the upgrade module for Hindenburg, do not forget, is also an upgrade that costs you your concealment. That's a big factor. Spartius and I, we were already talking about that at one point. So, but Yamato's definitely a must. I mean, that's a reload rate. uh,
And accuracy.
no, sorry, it's an accuracy. Yeah, it's a little bit of reload though.
It gives you essentially the same as the regular module, but also gives you an additional 7% dispersion improvement.
Also, for those of you who love the, let me think about this, the Republic, Neighbor Kid, and
Yep.
Flip, uh,
Yeah.
uh, please get that module, which drags you down to 19-second reloads. I would deeply appreciate it if you guys can, and if any of you guys can get those upgraded modules.
Yeah.
All right, really recommended. So you have to work on that right away. Just like rush it. As soon as this patch comes out, rush it. Try going at it.
Also, for those of you who haven't been on the test server, they're also implementing steel and coal as an earnable resource. So if you don't have your radar modules, your extended ones, you'll actually be able to earn coal and steel through running the ops, and
Clan battles.
you'll be able to buy your modules using like coal or steel or a combination of the two. So um, if you are, like I said, if you're looking to try and get like your speed boost for your DDs or your French cruisers, that'll be a way to do it rather than relying on super containers.
If I can interject something, for everyone here, take it from someone who was absent for an extended period of time. Please let your officers know, because otherwise it causes a big snafu when officers have to start removing people due to inactivity. Because then now you have holes in your teams or clans that now have to be filled, and it takes a lot longer to get the teams ready.
All right. Another thing is, if you gentlemen would please go to this lovely link right here.
Uh-oh.
This is the link to Spartius's. Uh,
Why
Attendance
does it?
sheet.
get shareable link. Here we go. Hold up. Give me a second. Here we go.
Oh yeah, I was like, that's not how you do
My
that.
bad. Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Fail.
I'm still learning this. I'm not a professional at it yet. I'm still learning it. I'm still a noob. Okay. So if you gentlemen were to look at the spreadsheet, Spartius, and we're gonna bring up Trucian stats for a good example, because he
Why
loves
are you doing this to me? You're
to
bullying me.
embarrass you, absolutely.
Yes.
So as you can see here, Trucin has these are the 5D1 stats requirements of aircraft carrier, battleship, cruiser, and destroyer. You need to maintain 4 of the 5 in order to be into 5D1, unless you were grandfathered in from the previous or the first or the second previous second season, the first season, excuse me, unless you're grandfathered in the first season. Now, as you can see here, these are certain stats that are required for the 5, like you see the stat goals. You'll see that right away. Those are things that you need to maintain. Now, as you can see, the closest to 30 days ago, it shows what battles you got, how much your average frags went up, how much your average survivability went up, and your win rate went up. So we can see everything that you're doing. Also, we can see your average damage over those 30 days, how many battles you did, and everything. So we know if you're improving or not improving. Spartius, I believe, also has a spreadsheet for certain ships as well. No, those are not the 5D ones. Those are 5D2. So
Yeah.
I gave Truson as an
No,
example.
those are not the 5D2 ones at all. Those are my personal goals.
Yeah.
You're talking about
That
5D1.
that's his. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my personal goals.
Okay, personal.
Those are
goals.
not.
Here I
Yeah.
thought Spartius was knocking my stats for a minute there.
No, but this is pretty close to what 5D1's expecting, if I'm
Yep.
correct.
I'll give you a link to one that has the actual 5D ones in the new format.
Make it shareable.
Yeah,
All thanks, Truson.
Yeah.
there you go.
So, if I were to just do this, copy, and
And people, if you want to move into 5D main, don't take it personally if they tell you your stats aren't there yet. I just literally had that conversation with Mike, and I now know where I need to work. He's going to tell you where you need to work at. And
Yeah.
it may seem rough, but in the end, it'll push you to be a better player. Because now, unlike you personally setting a goal, you have someone else who now knows where you need to work and can actually help you get there.
yeah, like I told Truson, he wanted to go for his Montana stats. I go, okay, no problem. I told him exactly what he needs to do, where he needs to improve, and where he needs to learn to shoot as well. Noticing on what the average damage is he's pulling off. I know right away where he's shooting, just based on his average damage.
It's not showing anything in the spreadsheet.
It's
Up
still
there it
loading.
is.
Takes time to load. Once it loads, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you're on a shared one, anytime somebody changes a number, it's got to reload.
Yeah,
It takes time, so try to keep your hands off on this.
Spartius, don't go to Flip. Go to me, please.
Go to
I'm
Mike.
not manipulating it.
You're not.
Somebody else. I'm not even looking at it right
Anonymous Jackalope is.
No, I was looking at it, Mike.
Yeah,
Oh.
please just go to my stats if you don't mind.
now. And these are the correct 5D1 requirements.
Yeah. So as you can see, 103,000 average damage in the battleships. Truson, you're actually a little bit closer than I thought. Instead of being 110.
And it's only 68 battles in the Montana, so I have room to improve it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was telling you to watch out for that. Anyway, so I will help you guys improve. Also, 5D2 has some stats requirements. Obviously, not as hefty as 5D1. Okay, they're actually earnable for everybody. It's a very low it's a minimum.
Very low.
No.
Very
it's
low,
a,
my
That's
bad.
humbling.
No, it's not humbling. Let's put it this way. It's a minimal expectation for you to at least get an idea of what you should be expecting and should be doing for at least Typhoon League. And if not, maybe High Storm. So if you can't maintain what you're looking at as in terms of Storm, as in terms of those stats for for those stats in 5D2, don't expect to go higher than Storm League Group 3. Don't expect to do well past higher than that. So, who is manipulating all this?
I am. I'm switching it to the 5D2 stat requirements.
Hey, what's the qualifying rank mean?
And guys, 1 second. Don't do what I did when I got my Des Moines and play 100 battles on your own until you figure it out, because that ruins your stats.
No.
Yep.
Get with somebody who's more experienced in that ship. Talk to him, play with him, learn from him. Watch him in the matches. Play with him. Find those sweet spots. That's the objective. I will teach everybody how to play a Des Moines, no problem. You can even ask J-Mac if you want as well. He knows how to play it. Starship's not that bad at it either. I've also seen... Who else was it there? Internet's very good at cruisers. Internet's a jack of all trades of all the cruisers.
If you want to learn Moskva, just go to Flip.
Yeah.
That is just a hands down. Go to Flip.
If you want to learn Montana, go to me or neighbor. Period. So,
If you just want random advice, go to Kegger. I can't guarantee it's
Yeah.
going to be good advice.
Does that count for random advice?
possibly
Always
sexual
random.
as well, but that's okay.
Yeah, that.
How to get rid of STDs.
Apparently Kegger's not that good at that, though. That's why he recommends it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you wanted to collect those.
Anyways, so as an aspect, this is the one of the spreadsheets that Spartius has. If you guys want to see where you're at, qualifying rank, Okay, the qualifying rank, it means what you actually qualify in. There are 6 stat goals as you see there: battles, win rate, average damage, average frags, survivability, and main battery hit ratio. You have to get 4 of those 5 to actually be into 5D. Out of the
6. 4 out of 6.
4 out of the 6 in a single ship to be qualified for 5D1 or 5D2, depending on what you have. Okay? That's what that's for. Qualify rank 1. Can you explain that, Spartius?
Give me a second. I'll pull up his stats.
Oh, I see what it is. It might be meaning how many of them he's meeting.
Right. That's what it
Yeah,
means.
if you only have qualifying rank 1, it means you need to get 3 other stat goals to equal total of 4. And the sheet should tell you which stat goals you need to work on.
From what it looks like, anyone who's in the 5D3 or 5D4, you guys just need to work a little bit, like I do, and you'll start moving up in the clan list. It may seem insurmountable, but even with 6,000 battles, you can start pulling some of those stats up.
Spartius, you're putting up the.
I'm trying to find which clan he's in.
Which
3.
one?
I'm in
Yeah.
3.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know who typed in Todd.
What?
There he is. There's the decks. All right, it's loading the decks, and it should, so we can all see it and use an example, or somebody can delete it. That works too.
Everybody just leave it alone for a little bit.
If you have to refresh your page to get it properly.
Yeah.
This is entertaining.
All right. Normally, because there's a lot of people on here, that's why it's loading.
All right. So yes, what I'm seeing here is that on the Moskva you don't have enough battles, and on the Des Moines you don't have enough battles, but because it will not give you 4 qualifying ranks until you have at least 25 battles. If you have all 6 qualifying ranks, but you have 24 battles or less, it's going to tell you only have 3. But since you still need more battles, it's going to tell you 3 or less, and you only have 1. Your main battery accuracy is phenomenal. However, you need to raise your survivability in both ships. You need to raise your average frags in both ships. You need to raise your average damage in both ships. You need to raise your win rate in both ships. And you can supplement one of the 4 by getting to 135 battles for the 5D2 stat requirements.
And from what I see on here, based on what I see, your average damage is higher than your Des Moines and your Moskva. So right now, and your main battery hit ratio is obviously higher in the Moskva for a good reason. It's obviously a rail gun. But on a personal level, I would like to see you improve that Des Moines a little bit more, because the Des Moines is a much more viable ship than the Moskva in clan battles.
Well,
Fair enough.
From looking over your stats, basically your stats look to be relatively in line with what you would want, except your survivability is very low. So you're basically just not living long enough for your main battery accuracy to bring up your frags, to bring up your damage, etc., etc.
Yeah.
You just work on living longer, and you will probably qualify.
I think my
no time.
biggest shortcoming is decision making on where to go in the map.
That is tough. Yes.
That is something.
That's where I think my biggest flaw is.
Well, that's something that you learn over time. Trust me, it took me a couple of years as a player. So it's not something you learn over one day. It takes a long time of knowing the sweet spots, knowing what to look for, what ships to see, what can hit you, what can from what locations, who wants to aim at you, who's not going to aim at you, who's a twat that's going to want to torpedo you from God knows how far away, like a gearing from 16K. So
Hey, I resemble that remark.
You resemble it or resent it?
Resemble.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be that guy who sits at the back and drops torps.
Oh, yeah, but the thing is, though, he also provides me smoke, and he also lets me shoot all fucking day and spots for me. And let me tell you, we can do a lot of damage in one match, me and Stick. So, he plays very well, trust me. If you want a good DD player that'll help you out, ask Stick, ask One-Eye. Don't be scared. Even I'll try to help you guys out. I'm not as good as them, but I'll do my best. So that's the thing. Um, these are the things we're looking for. Now 5D2, I'm pretty sure we're going to be a little bit lenient still on 5D2 a little bit. If your stats are not perfectly to quota, but they're a little bit below, we'll still bring you in anyways. You know, you're learning, but you have to maintain as an aspect for being there. Now this is a whole different story. Now you need, for 5D2, you need to be there pretty much 3 of the 4 nights for clan battles.
Mhm.
Not optional. It's 3 of the 4 nights, literally. 5D1, we're pretty much there every night, plus other nights for practices, which we're going to help, which we do. And then after that, Saturday nights, I'm not sure when the clan battles are starting. It should be fairly soon, to be honest with you.
With the new patch.
Yeah, with the new patch, I'm not sure.
Supposedly.
Yeah, or it might take a little bit while. So every Friday nights, since it's going to probably stay the same times for the clan battles, we're planning on Friday nights of having a small scrimmage. So you'll get the division up with the 5D1 guys. Not only that, but Spartius also, our lovely Spartius, made another spreadsheet where it actually divides the teams based on stats. So we always have even teams.
No emotion. No, well, I know this guy has more experience with competitive, so I'm going to try and snag him.
No.
None of that stuff. It's just these guys are good on these ships, therefore these teams.
And we've tried it out. What did we do? 3 battles the other night?
And it worked phenomenally.
And it worked great.
Yeah, everybody was even on par. You had to diverse yourself. Even me, it took me a lot of thinking as well.
Frickin' made me call while playing a destroyer.
Shit happens. But anyways, but it helps a lot for those who want to actually try battle calling, but without risking the team in clan battles. It helps a lot, and I recommend the callers be there every single night.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I was going to suggest, since we have everyone here,
we could do a clan battles tonight, absolutely, but I obviously have something that I want to install tonight.
Yep.
By the way, Mike.
It won't take you that long, Mike.
Yeah, we can do it without you, Mike. We don't need
we
you.
don't need you.
Yeah, that's okay. Perfect. I don't want to be.
By
You're
the way,
disposable.
Absolutely.
Raising hand.
Sure.
Okay, Spartius.
Cute wants to scrim us, by the way.
Cute wants to scrim us. I don't
Yes,
mind.
so
Right
OPG, Cute, no, not right now. They want to set it up. OPG, APOC, and Cute have all contacted me.
Okay, so they want to scrim the top teams, or they want to scrim?
Yeah.
They want to screen. They want to scrim versus us in the top league. Top.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, OPG 2 and 3 want to scrim us, and I told them to contact you.
Okay, well, they haven't contacted me yet, but
Yeah.
we'll get in contact with. I'll get in contact with them at one point.
Cool.
Now the next question is for you guys who are in the smaller clans. Do you want to scrim these top guys? I will set them up for you. Absolutely 110%.
Yes.
But I'm telling you right now, be prepared for what you're getting yourself into. They're better than us. So if you're prepared for the ass whipping to learn, go right ahead. Because we were prepared for that. We knew we were going to get our asses whooped. But we learned a shit ton.
Yeah, anytime we made a mistake, they took advantage of that and blapped us.
Minuscule mistake, dead ship. Every time.
So, you guys up for it to learn? Or are you guys wanting to just stick where you're at and sort of get the feel of clan battles again? I want to know from you guys from the other clans, like Gem, Be True to Christ, Deep Winter. What do you guys think? What do you guys want? Are you guys wanting to scrim versus these much better clans?
Scrimmaging sounds awesome. I'm just confused as to why we have so many 5D clans. Are they all full?
No.
They're not all full. Now, the 5D clans, we have a lot of them because what happened was Major Steel made a couple. So that would be because we were limited to only 30 members at the time till we got the new ports, till we got the docks. Then the docks were able to upgrade it to 50 members. But before it was 30 members. That's why he made 7 clans. It's because we had 7 clans worth of people. And then we squished everybody into a couple of clans. You understand?
We could end up consolidating this, Mike.
What do you mean?
Because there's a lot of clans. Last time I checked, there's what? Still 7?
There's still 7, yes.
Yeah. Is there really a purpose now, since we can upgrade them all to 50 to keep 7 clans around?
Well, listen, we're gonna keep the 7 clans anyways because Major Steel has all accounts. But like I said, we're gonna see in the beginning of the season how many people show up. Depending on who shows up every night, we're gonna start switching people. So within the first week, I want to know who shows up in your clan.
Okay.
We're gonna start switching people immediately. 5D1, I know my guys are gonna show up. 5D6, I'm 95% sure the guys in 5D6 will show up. 5D4, I'm not sure about Miosha's guys. 5D5, highly doubt they'll show up again. 5D2 and 3, most of them will show up. Most of the time. So 5D4, yeah. 5D4, they should show up. I know that's Miosha's. 5D3, I'm pretty sure they'll show up. And 5D2, I know you guys moved around in 5D2, but I want to see those guys come back. If you guys don't come back, I'm moving you guys back down to 5D3 again to go with them again in 5D3.
Specifically, this is more of a heads up. Once again, hate to beat a dead horse. If you are taking a trip, let the officers know in 5D2 or 5D1, because they're mostly the very competitive teams. Otherwise, you will get moved. Like, don't just let them know the night before, because they are going to have to find someone to replace you.
Yes, and like I said, if you're in 5D2, you will have to be there pretty much 3 of the 4 nights. It'll be pretty much a mandatory thing. I don't want... If you're going to be competitive enough and you want to get competitive, you want to earn something, you want to earn steel, you need to play. You need to play. And by you not being there, you're screwing everybody else over. It's not cool. Yeah, I'll just remove you and find somebody else who wants to play. That's it. So I'm very simplistic in this aspect. I've had 2 seasons of managing this, and I know exactly how I'm going to manage this season. It's pretty much what I had from last season. So is everybody okay with this?
Yeah.
Makes sense? Holland, Fry, Deepwater, Crew.
So,
Yep.
You're gonna merge them if you're gonna have the ability to put 2 teams in each Clan Wars season. Is that right?
Let's rephrase this, okay? Now, if it's a social clan, yes.
If you can't put 2 teams in.
No, listen. Some people don't have to put 2 teams in, okay? Now, as in terms of 5D2, I'm expecting them maybe to put 1, maybe 2 teams in at a time. 5D3, the problem was that we had last season, okay, is this. Everybody wants to win, okay? Till they implement this new system of where there's 2 teams and each team in a single clan does not hurt the other one, then it's still going to have the same problem that it is right now, where it's, I'm a better player, I don't want to lose, I want to play with the guys who want to try and win, instead of just getting people their flags, or their premium time, or their doubloons. I want people to play that I'm good with, and that are going to be there every night. That's the kind of mentality that 5D2 is looking at. Okay? But they can't make it for practices, but they can make it there every night, and they want to play competitively. Okay? 5D1's a whole different world. And 5D, the rest of them, I know in 5D6 somewhat worked like that. Except you guys did more of your own guys when you guys merged with us, from what I understand.
Yeah, but we got to Typhoon League for last season.
Yeah, absolutely, and I congratulate you on that. I was stunned when I saw that, to be honest with you.
Which is why we're hoping that by bringing 5D2 guys into 5D2 out of 5D3, so take away some of that casual aspect and go, okay, these guys might not have quite the stats to make it into 5D main, but they are definitely dedicated. We're going to kind of split those off from 5D3 so that way they can, because those are the guys who got into Typhoon, they just couldn't maintain it.
I have a suggestion, Mike. I was just sitting here thinking, why don't we make 5D1, 2, 3 the competitive aspect? We have 5D4 as the I want to dabble in Clan Wars a little bit and see if I like it or not, and then the rest of the clans is the casual social clans.
No, that's 5D3 right now, is I want to see if I like it for competitive.
And 5D2 is possibly going to get rolled into 5D1.
Yeah.
As
Okay. So I see that was an error on my part. I was
Think of them
thinking
as the
too fast.
minors. Think of them as like high school, college, and then the majors.
Yeah. In simple terms.
I mean, this last
5D3 is a stepping stone to see if you really like clan battles. If you can make it in 5D3 every night, or pretty much every night, we'll most likely see that, and we'll move you to 5D2, saying that you want to be more competitive. Whatever. If we hear you want to be more competitive, they're not on every night, and you want to play more, fine. We'll move you to 5D2. We'll try you out in 5D2. I will be looking after you guys. It doesn't mean I'm going to just be in 5D1 calling. I got 6 other clans to maintain as well. So I'm not only going to be looking at that aspect. If somebody comes up to me and you come up to me and you tell me, I want to be more competitive, I want to be on every night, no problem. If you're on every night, I want to talk to the officers. I want to see if you have been on every night, because the officers should be on every night. And if you're not on almost every night, and you're just saying, I was on every night, because I've had people tell me that, oh, I'm on every night, but the problem is they're not playing me. And then I go talk to the officers, and they go, he wasn't on. He never asked to be played. And I'll go on to your listings in the game, and I'll see you haven't been on in like 10 days. I'd be like, how were you on every night if you've been gone for 10 days? You know
well,
what I mean?
for like 5D1, we have an attendance sheet. If you show up, you get marked as you are here. If you got played or not, if you showed up, you get marked as here. 5D2 is about to implement that system as well as part of the other
we have it
spreadsheet.
set up to go.
Yeah.
And then if 5D3 does decide to do that, that doesn't take very long for me to set that up.
No, that's 5D7. 5D7 is active duty members, meaning those members are on tours or whatever, and it can only show up once in a blue moon. If you are an active duty member, but let's say you're in the Navy and you go out for, let's say, 2 weeks or whatever, or 3 weeks, then you come back, well, 5D6 will be alright for you, and 5D3 might be alright for you. 5D2 lesser so. It's very hard to maintain yourself in 5D2. You understand? Because those guys want to play. Now, it's not a big deal now because there's not that many spots, but eventually later on it might be a big deal. Any questions more about that one? Sort of get it or you don't get it? Yeah, that's not a problem. So, does everybody get what's going on right now? So what we're going to do is the first basically week to 2 weeks, we're basically going to see who shows up. All my officers we're going to get together. We're going to see who shows up or not in the first 2 weeks. Once that happens, we're moving people around. By the end of the second weekend of the second week, by the Wednesday coming up, when Clan Battles comes up, we should have you in a new clan. The officers will shoot you a message directly in-game saying, you are being moved to this clan. Please join it.
Clan Wars is still Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Monday.
No, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Don't know where I got Friday from.
Friday is going to be our own personal scrimmage night. We will try to scrim bigger clans. If you so choose to, you can show up. Or we might do inter-clan battles for some fun, like Sparty has said. And we're going to use Sparty as a special sheet, so that way you guys can actually play and play with the 5D1 guys and see how we play as well, to gain experience from that.
It does help.
So, alright? If there's any training you want privately, tell me. I'll get somebody to help you out. He'll teach you sweet spots, he'll teach you locations, he'll teach you retreating, he'll teach you everything he knows, or everything he can possibly know. The only thing that he cannot teach you, that only comes with time, is decision making on a map and where to go properly at the right times. That is something you need to learn on your own. The only time you do that is you have to go in random battles and pretty much play random battles in that location and learn, okay, there's a battleship here that's going to possibly shoot me. Is he looking away? Is he not looking away? What about a battleship here? Is he looking away, not looking away? Is there another cruiser? How dangerous is it if I go out? That's the kind of things that need to be running through your head about 1,000,000 miles an hour. When you're a caller, you have to do that for 7 ships, which is kind of annoying. And fun at the same time. Alright? So, that's what we kind of Actually, it's for 14 ships because you have to look out for the other. You have to look out for the opponent ships and what they're going to do as a caller as well. It's not only your ships.
And I think, Mike, I don't know if you don't mind, but I think up until clan battles actually starts in the next 2 weeks or whatever it's going to be, if you see a group of guys on here, if you see 10, 12 guys on TeamSpeak somewhere, you can probably round up a scrimmage game just out of nowhere with us. I mean, I think we're all willing to do that.
Yeah, and
Um,
don't be scared, please. I encourage scrimmaging in here. I want to put scrimmages every Friday nights from now on. Even so, if I'm not here, I want somebody to run scrimmages. I don't care who it is.
Okay.
One more thing. This is directed to all the officers. It doesn't matter your rank unless you're Mike. If you come on, I ran into this problem a couple weeks ago, and you don't drop by one of the officers, Mike has no way of validating because the officers aren't going to check the TeamSpeak as often. So just drop into a channel and say hi, and you generally will cover your ass.
That's another good point. Just come and say hi to one of the officers. Say, how are you doing? Listen, are you willing to division up? 90% of officers are willing to division up with you.
Mhm.
Even
Yep.
I'm willing to. I'm willing to. Well, once in a blue moon. If it's Trusin, forget it though. He's just annoying on the game. He just goes and kills
Wow.
himself. I'm joking, Trusin.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, like I said, but like
No.
Please, Spartacus, Dax, and CJ, please pull this discussion into a more mature or constructive format.
Nope. Wait a second. Where's the fun in that?
Trusin is official whipping boy today.
Yes, I am.
Trusin, do you need your scrotum scratched?
all right.
Yes, I do.
So, is everybody good of what's being planned so far?
User
Also,
joined your channel.
For those of you who don't know, okay, playing clan battles also earns you steel. With
Yep.
steel, you can buy a Stalingrad.
And
I
it's
don't
tier
want-
10.
don't know
And
how
it's tier
much
10.
yet.
Shut up. We don't know how much yet, but you will be able to earn steel to buy a Stalingrad, and a flint, and a black.
Oh,
And
Nice.
actually, you'll also
about
be
the
able to
Salem?
use
Isn't that one up
that
for
to
grabs too?
purchase
Clear comms,
tier
clear comms.
10s.
USS Salem is unsure if it's going to be for clan battles or another ranked battle season for, let's say, 9 or whatever. But all I know for sure, we know the Alaska is possibly coming out. Wargaming has clarified that at one point, that the Alaska will be coming out at some point. And the USS Salem is possibly an earnable tier 10 cruiser.
What video did you see that?
What, the Alaska?
Yeah.
The Alaska,
Actually,
it's on the forums. At one point I saw it on the forums. They said
actually,
they
if
were
you-
making it. They
If
never
you
said
go
when.
peruse the Russian forums, I know, shame on us. If you have this thing called Translate, they will begin testing according to the RU forums, the Alaska on the RU server.
And
The,
also, don't forget
the Salem's
tier-
also on is coming soon. If you have all the mods that show the ships that are coming soon and all the ships that you can buy, it does say the
Yeah,
Salem
the
is
Salem,
coming
yeah.
soon.
So,
Yep.
just telling you guys, get ready for these ships. How they're going to be earned or bought is unsure. So that will have to be waited, okay?
User joined your
So-
channel.
For now, that pretty much concludes of what I have to say for tonight. Like I said, just get prepared for a lot of moving around within the first 2 weeks. Notify all your peers and all the peers who you see come on, and all our clanmates who come on about these big moves that are coming up. Nobody will be moved if all goes smoothly. If everybody comes back from last season, no one needs to be moved. Okay? That's the great part about this. Everybody's set. Everybody has found their clique, you can say, of who they work with well. That's the good part from last season. The first season was a complete disaster. The second season, it smoothened out a little bit. The third season, I'm hoping that I don't have to hear a single complaint. But I know it's coming.
Brace yourselves, Mike.
Brace myself. But anyways. But besides the point, I am hoping the season goes smoothly. I'm hoping everybody comes back and plays. But if you are unhappy with the location you are in, I will ask you simply a couple of questions, and I will know exactly where to place you. If you get along with those people or not is a whole different ballgame. Okay? So, I am not saying none of you are good enough for clans. If you're asking to be in 5D1, obviously you need to meet stat requirements. That is final decision. That was made final decision quite a while back, from before season 2.
I'll talk to you later, internet.
As in terms of internet, that's not a problem.
I will talk to you later, internet. Let Mike finish speaking.
So when this will happen, like I said, first 2 weeks, just be patient, and let's hope everything goes smoothly this season. So that's what I'm hoping for. Everybody found their cliques, everybody found their gangs. I'm just hoping everybody just shows up for clan battles back again, because I haven't seen anybody online. I haven't seen half the people online since last season. I don't know if people got burnt out. I know I did, but I still kept playing. You know what I mean? So let's hope everybody comes back, so I don't have to start shuffling people again.
5D3 players. This is more specifically at you because it looks like you guys are angling to join some of the main teams. Tier 10s. You want to try and give yourself a little bit of versatility in the game.
I'd say 2 ships.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. That's all I have.
2 ships, very important. If you're gonna really play competitively, you're gonna have to get the random radar modules. I know it sucks to say that.
User disconnected from your channel.
But possibly. Alright? So random radar modules and the upgrades coming up will probably be a big factor. But I wouldn't say as a big factor immediately, because I'm pretty sure no one's going to have them immediately. So don't worry about that. Not even myself.
You probably will get credited for
User
some
joined your channel.
amount of retroactive.
Let's not put our hopes up for Wargaming.
I'm putting my hope up. I'm pulling for Wargaming here, Mike.
Yeah, dream on. But anyways. But the concept is that I hope you guys somewhat understood the meeting. Do you guys have any other questions? I need to know now.
Hey, wake up.
So the only thing I was just wondering was, for each clan, say you're 5D4, you can only do clan wars with 5D4, right?
Yes, at the current moment, yes. If you are in 5D4, you only do clan battles with 5D4 members.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
There is no switcheroos to go into like 5D, like the World of Tanks has it. Like I said, but if we can have the double team aspect, if it comes in this clan battle season, we will start merging different clans up together, because then people could bring their let's say all their teammates together in one part of the clan, and whoever gets higher into that clan, who cares? It just shows the higher remark. But at least you get let's say you don't have half your members on one team and half your members on the other team but meanwhile you don't have a full team for the members you normally play with, but at least you guys get to play with each other. You know what I mean? At least that'll do something for you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So at least it'll help. Let's say if, for an example, 5D2, like I said, let's say in 5D2, they merge with 5D1, right? And let's say we have Team A, which is the A team, and B team is the guys from 5D2. Well, let's say one night we don't have enough members in 5D1, and they don't have enough members in 5D2. Well, the 5D1 members can go down to 5D2 into the B team, or sorry, with the 5D2 members, which would become the B team in 5D1, to basically play with them and bring them up there and teach them new things as they're playing. You know what I mean? I'm kind of looking forward to that aspect, because then it allows me or some of us to actually build a second account, like Spartius to have a second account and go into, let's say, 5D3, and I could go in there knowing that I can play on the B team, let's say, or I could play on the second team and wail on people, you know what I mean? And teach you guys and call for you guys and learn and teach you guys different things. I would love to do that, but I can't right now because, well, they don't have that clan aspect yet in the game. So I'm hoping they bring it out soon. When they will is a different story.
I don't know
Yeah, no,
how
I
they would
appreciate
measure
it.
that, because if you can bounce back between the two teams, like, who's to say which one you end up in? Let's say one team makes it to Typhoon, one team never makes it out of the bottom league. Which one are you in if you've played in both?
Okay.
Do you get
if
the
you've
rewards?
Played in both, okay, so the two teams are based on clan rating, right? So let's say you have less better members and you have good members. Your good members go into the 5D1, they go into the first team, right? So what happens is so you have Team A. So everybody joins Team A in one section, you have Team B in the other section, right? So the Team A gets all the way to Typhoon, okay, or Hurricane, whatever you want to do. Typhoon or Hurricane, let's say, for an example. And then if they have Team B that stays in Squall. Well, if Team B, let's say in Team A, you're in Team A at that moment, you could quit Team A. It stays in Typhoon. The Team A stays in Typhoon. The team name, whatever. Team A stays in Typhoon, but you go to Team B and you're still in Squall. And you could bring that up and play with your guys, whatever. And then you go back to Team A. Meanwhile, you're still in Typhoon. But the Team A, which is the highest team, shows for the entire clan being in Typhoon. You understand? So your guys who are in Squall or playing in the...
I understand that it shows it. I get that. I'm talking about the rewards.
The rewards will only be for those... Well, the rewards have always been on the individual level. So let's say if you're in the B... Let's say you're in the A team, right? And you're playing in Typhoon, and let's say you have a member from the B team that comes in, well, he's going to start getting all his rewards in the Typhoon League if he ends up winning. You know what I mean? So you could bring somebody up, but meanwhile he could still play in the B team and gain some experience that night.
Yeah, if he ends up winning, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it helps
Yep.
him as an individual, because now you have two teams that you can divide without having to bring down the entire clan's rating.
Yep.
Make sense?
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I'm hoping they implement this. Don't know when, but I'm hoping they will soon. But that's besides the point. All right. Any other questions? Any other remarks anybody needs to put out? Other than stupid ones?
We're supposed to have the Akazuki Big Brothers Tier 9 and Tier 10 coming out shortly as well.
That's another thing, yep. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but I think that's a little bit further off than the American Cruiser, so I think that's another month away.
But it should be within Clan Wars realm.
Yeah, it will.
Timeline, possibly.
Most likely, yes.
If the Grozavoy comes out and it gets this heal like it's talking about,
or radar,
then well,
they already
they've
scratched the radar, it looks like.
I thought they were going to give it the radar.
Nope, they said it affected balance too much.
I figured that one out.
Interrupting, please, guys.
Go ahead.
If they go ahead with the heal idea for the Grozavoy, which means it will be able to have access to smoke, speed boost, and
a
heal all at the same time, then the Grozavoy at its 6-kilometer detection very well may become the go-to destroyer just for the survivability aspect.
You know how many times it'd be awesome if you had a heal when you're in your gearing?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Or in your Yu-Yang after everything was shooting at you, because you have.
How many times were we down to like 100 health on the destroyer and our entire job became to run away so we didn't give them free points?
Yeah, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. I'm trying.
And it's faster. Without the speed boost, 41.5 knots.
What are we talking about?
The Grozavoy,
Grozavoy.
if it gets the heal.
Anyways, besides that aspect, is everybody good for tonight's meeting? Everybody understood what happened? Except for some people who came late, which I have a recording of this, so you'll get to watch it on my YouTube page. Alright? And I'll send all officers a link to my YouTube page for the meeting itself. So you guys can send it to whoever, and if they have any other questions, they can come to me directly. Or you guys can give a very quick explanation of what's going on tonight. Alright?
Okay.
Good?
Yeah. And I think if the meeting's about over, I mean, if anybody wants to do a training battle tonight, we can facilitate it pretty quickly.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and do that.
I got a map
User
up.
left your channel.
So.
Alright.
I got a question. You know those little tags you have in TeamSpeak?
Yep.
Yes.
Is it possible to put like a little tag symbol so that you know if someone's always down for a training battle?
What do you mean down for a training battle?
I don't know, like say like a brown circle or brown dot or some emblem. Like if you put it next to the names, there's a whole bunch of tags, and then if anyone's online, that like the officers, and they see like, oh, there's like 6 people in here that are down for training battles, they just pull us all together.
Is there a training? There's a trainer tag. You guys want to put on trainer tags on people who are always down for training battles?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
What if we? Isn't there one of the EU tags that we could use, Mike?
Warships EU?
Yes, just
Yeah.
change all of our tags to Warships EU so that we were super confusing.
Well, no, but I mean, what I'm saying is, I think that
Oh,
there's.
I know what you're saying. I'm being a butthole.
Right, but I think there's one that
Children,
looks like our.
children.
I think there's one that looks like our supremacy tag
Yeah, it's
or the 5D EU competitive tag. There might be one that's like that. I thought I saw one that was like that.
There is the tournament team tag, which is a big T. That can be possible. But I like the little trainer guy. It's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, I would go with the trainer tag. Just that way you guys are like saying that a training room. You know what I mean? So whoever is up for training rooms constantly every night, like I'm talking about every night that we say every Friday night, you want to be on, no problem. We count how many tags are in the training room that have the trainer's tag, and we know right away, bang, put a scrim together, that's it, that's all. 7v7 or 10v10 or whatever it is, tier 10 ships only, and that's it, that's all. Alright? Spartius has a spreadsheet. All the officers will get that spreadsheet to balance it out. Use it. Spartius will teach you. And mash up the two teams and go at it. Alright? Heck, you can even do tier 8s if you want to. As well. Alright? So, I'm off for tonight. I gotta put in... Go ahead, Flip. What's up?
When we do start doing clan battles, are we gonna stream with like a 10-minute delay?
I will stream with a 5-minute delay sometimes, yes.
Because
10, 5 minutes, yes. Why, what's up?
I was thinking, because like I can also stream, and
Well,
so
I'll
that's
end up recording and streaming at the same time, so...
well, that's what mine does also. But I was just,
I think
if
one
people
item
wanted to watch.
Yeah. I think they can learn a couple of things if they're watching us, but I'll have it recorded and streamed at the same time, and I'll put every night pretty much on my YouTube page, okay, guys? I'll put it like 2 nights afterwards or something. Alright?
Do you know if they're gonna release the new maps for training before Clan Wars?
What do you mean the new maps?
Yeah,
They're changing 3 of them.
User disconnected from your channel.
From what I saw, Spartius, can you answer that question? Or neighbor? Did you guys play? You guys played on the test server, correct?
About it. I didn't hear the question.
Did they change the maps on the test server yet, or no?
I think they did. Yes, there are. The changes are already on the maps.
Okay, there you go. So if they're gonna release the new maps changes on the actual map tactics that we use, not sure. Are they gonna use the map changes immediately in game for next season? I am probably giving it 90% yes. 95% yes.
Please no Islands of Ice anymore.
I like that map.
I like that map.
It is cancer.
Oh well, you got to deal with it.
No, I
Figure out
do
a
like
strat.
that map.
It's not that we don't have a strat. It's just a cancerous map.
Oh well, you got to deal with it. Maps are maps.
The link I posted is for if you want to do this training battle. Go to the link, put your name on the list.
Okay, I am.
When
on
are you
the
gonna do
phone.
that? Wait, Mike, thank you
Training
for
battles.
that recommendation, Mike.
No problem. Training battles is going on right now. So just put your names on the list that Flip just put in the TS and the Looking for Divisions channel. And you guys will get to basically play tonight in scrimmage. Flip, can you please record it? I would love to see it on your YouTube page.
Yeah, I can.
Or
Actually, I
can
can
somebody
open up
record it? I would love to see it. From at least 2 points of view, if that's possible.
From 2 points?
Yeah, I want to see from each team's point of view. I want to hear and see everything. if that's possible. So pick 2 team leaders. You know what I mean? So.
Yep,
team
and
leaders
like,
don't- team leaders, don't be scared to come out. By the way, if you guys want to try calling, like I know Flip, you like to try it. Trusin.
Green team have any objections to me calling this scrim?
Well, let's get everyone on the list before we start. You know.
yeah, anybody wants to scrim? Let's jump. If the meeting's over, we'll jump down to Operations Alpha channel.
All right, enjoy, gentlemen.
User